Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it's 9:45 p.m. Yeah, I know, cutting it a little close, aren't we? However, I am I'm down for the challenge. I got my tea. I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I got 45 minutes because I just did my pre-stream stuff where I got water and I got a cup of tea and I had a little snack. I did all of that an hour early for no real reason. I don't really know why. I just kind of like. Instead of doing that at 10:15, I stood up at 9 and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go make tea. And so now I have 45 minutes and I'm like, well, I could record Monster Train. I'm not doing anything else. So here we are. It shouldn't be too bad of a run because we're Exile Awoken. Wouldn't mind like a little Exile Awoken Stygian action here, perhaps, if the game wants to. Oh, you're too kind. Oh, Monster Train, you're too kind. Yeah, I'm sipping on a little tea. It's a white tea. You guys like tea? I've been drinking some hot tea lately. I think I mentioned it. My grandmother got me a Tea of the Month Club subscription. This is a butter pecan white tea. It's very nice. Very smooth. If you like tea, I want to hear how you have your tea, because I only ever drink tea with honey, nothing else. I think that milk is kind of weird, and the other options I've never tried. Sugar, I don't even bother with sugar. I just put honey in instead. I started drinking hot tea as a reason to drink more honey, but you know, tell me how you feel about tea if you are interested. And yeah, I hope you're doing well today. It's Friday, I think. Made it through another week. Let's get to it, shall we? We are Exile Awoken, Exile Stygian, Soulsucker Talos, Shadow Arcus, Patient Seraph, Steel Enhancer, Ice Tornado, Wildwood Custodian. Nice. I love Steel Enhancer start here a lot. Wildwood Custodian is good, especially if we see Strangler, and then the other one is Ice Tornado. That's a card. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as well. I almost forgot. Titan's Claws with Ice Tornado in our starter seems pretty cool, and I think Petrified Crucible is bad. So, I'm down. Of these two, I like to take Strangler here. I think Strangler is better with these clans. Exile Stygian, I think it makes sense to go Strangler. I think I would maybe take Quick if we were going to be using Wendleton as our boss killer, but we're not. At least I hope we're not. Hope we're going to pick up a good Stygian unit and let that carry us. I'm going to take... I'm gonna take the trial. We're going to the Stygian banner most likely. There's not really an Awoken unit I would like other than Vine Mother. What run isn't improved by Vine Mother though, right? Maybe I just take the damage to Pyre here. Let's think about it for a second. I'm gonna put down Wendleton and Root Seeds and Train Steward. And so if I put Train Steward here, we'll take 10. If I play mid-4, we'll put 10 on Wendleton with no way to heal it back. Yeah, I think it's best to just let that damage go to Pyre. It's not a ton. It's like 13, and we shouldn't take any more than that, and I think it's better to just play it safe here. Otherwise, I risk taking a lot of damage. Rather, I risk just, not maybe even dying because of the boss. I'm gonna go for the Collector. Nice! Very nice. Now we just have to draw another Train Steward and chill. Nice. Okay. I mean, this went about as well as we could hope for. The Ice Tornadoes are also going to make us pretty safe into the boss, I would imagine. Yeah, okay, we're super safe. Nice. So we took 8 for the trial, and we got the Collector. Really, we got almost a perfect outcome here. Pretty close to a perfect outcome. 225 gold. Nice. Razor Sharp is good here. Restoration Detonation is also a really strong pickup, though. It's weird that there's not a third card in this clan pack. Usually I thought these clan packs gave you 3 cards. This one must be bugged, huh? Took a sip of my tea to let the joke settle. If you're just listening, the joke is that the third card in this clan pack is Restoring Retreat. And if this is your first episode ever watching me, I've spent many times saying I think Restoring Retreat is the worst card in the game. I lean a little bit towards Razor Sharp Edge here, honestly. I think you can go either, but I think Razor Sharp's a little better. I like Crystallis here. It's fine. 3-cost cards I'm not super interested in. Not right now, anyway. So I'm thinking we go right. In the worst case, we just make root seeds free. And we're looking for a good Stygian unit here. Basically every Stygian unit is good here. The only ones that... There's like the 2 sweep units and Nameless Siren I think are not great. Offering Monument's weird. It's really strange. Nameless Siren is tough though because she's like... I guess what we could do is we can pick Nameless Siren and then just try to get Armor Shark or Hot Shark, and then we put Nameless Siren, Shark on one floor, and then Wendleton and the other Shark on the other floor. And then we just let Wendleton slow everything down until he falls, and then on the top floor we are incanting Nameless Siren up. That can work. Alternatively, I can just take Offering Monument here. We can cycle through our whole deck super quickly. I do really like Offering Monument. If we don't see another Nameless Siren, I won't be too torn up. Because we're going to maximize our Stygian banners on this run. Razor Sharp Edge down to 0. Actually, I think I want to take Root Seeds down to 0 first. There will come a time where Razor Sharp Edge may be unplayable. Double stack is definitely not worth it. And real quick check, am I muted? No, no, good. Nice. Great news. 1 Root Seeds, 1 Razor Sharp here is what I'm going to take to 0 cost rather. And let's get to it. So in this combat we're a little weaker. I will be taking this unit draft absolutely. Very happy to see it. There is an infinite here, I will say. It's not a likely infinite, but there does exist a way to find one. Oh wow. Oh wow. I just kept going. I just kept getting cards I wanted to play. That was unexpected. On this turn we kill off our Offering Monument, and that is okay. I think I'm going to play Ice Tornado on this floor, although I don't need the Collector. I think it's better to chill. I think playing it slower here is right. Something like this. We're up to 36-34 on Wendleton. It's why I took the trial. It's because he's going to get really big really quickly. And we have these Ice Tornadoes, which are really good. Cannot understate how strong these Ice Tornadoes are going to be for us. The boss is last night. I should have held one of those. I did not realize I reshuffled my deck. We went through our deck really fast. Wow. Had I realized, I would have held those, because just playing both of those on these enemies, the boss wave, would be good enough, I think. I want to... I'm gonna do this and just kill off all of his friends. And then we'll draw back through and we'll see Ice Tornado again on the next turn, and then, yeah, we're super fine. Throw 1 Frostbite at him as well. We're fine. I have no concerns here. Yeah, he's already dead. Good. Okay. Really strong early game here. Very solid foundation. I'm looking for Siren of the Sea or Armor Shark, and I will take Hot Shark here. These are our 3 choices. I'm not going to go Wild Wood Step because I think we're going to win through Armor on this run. If we see Quick, then Glimmer isn't great, but having a form of healing in the deck is not a bad idea. And Razor Sharp Edge number 2 is decent. All 3 of these cards have merit. I think I'll take the... I'm thinking I want to take the Glimmer. Just because sometimes it'll make a big difference to have the heal in. Although Wildwood Sap is really strong as well. I don't think we're committing to regen, so I'm not going to go Wildwood Sap, especially with Wendleton. He doesn't do well as like your solo carry versus Seraph the Patient. I'll go second Razor Sharp here. Offering is fine. These are not what I would like to see here. I think I do want to take Nameless Siren. I think so. Wendleton, in some cases here, if we see Quick at this Dark Forge, he's just going to be a quick sweep unit that slows enemies down while we build our incants, which can work as well. Lightstone Casing. Wow. So if we see Cycle of Life, we have the infinite. Huh. That's disgusting. What the fuck? Okay. Huh. Let me finish off this tea. Okay. I have absolutely no idea what the right choice is here. We could probably just pick Lodestone Totem. I think that a very reasonable line to victory on this run is take Lodestone Totem, duplicate Lodestone Totem, play Wendelton, Lodestone Totem on top floor, remove Nameless Siren, and that's it. That's the whole run. I think we can do that. So why not? Sure. It's like I have these two other units that are kind of like here just to try. We kind of like have our field open as to what our plan is, but Lodestone Totem answers everything. If I pivot and do it here, Hellhorned is fine. Hellhorned is less fine. Hellhorned is not fine. Nope. Do not want Imp in a box, thank you. Forgot that Imp in a box can show up there. That's not always Nameless, not Nameless Siren, Rage Serum anymore. Call it Nameless Siren because I only ever play that card on Nameless Siren. So now it's weird. I'm gonna play Wendelton mid floor, Siren top floor. I know she gets chunked by the boss, but I don't really care too much. Ideally we draw Sap Totem here. Okay. Odd. Interesting. If I put down Sap Totem, I'm one spell away from stopping Talos from doing anything here. So I play it behind our boy. Unfortunately, we will not get our attack off. Well, no, we will. Sometimes. No, we never get our attack off. Never mind, I am a fool. It should be fine. The downside of this line is we don't get to see Offering Monument. The upside is we have so many zero-cost spells that Wendelton here should never take damage again. I think that it's right. I don't think that I don't get anything for incanting here, so keeping the Ice Tornado is better. And the more time Talos spends mid-4, the higher our odds of surviving this combat are. So this is very good for us. But there is haste. I forgot about the haste. Neglected to mention the haste. The haste does not bother me. It's just pyre damage. I don't care too much about it. Yeah. I'm not so worried about it. I'm just going to focus on buffing Wildington, my boy here. It's not... By no means are we out of the woods, per se. I think if I draw Offering Monument on this turn, we're fine. If I draw Offering Monument on next turn, we can also be good. We have a lot of Sap on her as well. And we'll get some more. 33, it's weird. 2 health, so I can play Wildwood Custodian. I think it's good too. I think we're trying to maximize our chances of seeing Offering Monument here. Nice, okay. So now, if I just play this in front, do we win? Yeah, okay. Offering Monument just front lines. Cool. End turn. What a strange combat. What a very, very odd combat. This is a weird, like, pivot combat where we're switching our strategy up entirely. After this combat, it starts to look a little more coherent, I would say. Guess for a guard is fine. The infinite that I was talking about was the Offering Monument Cycle of Life infinite, but we do not have the pieces to get there, I don't think. I have diversified my deck too much, and I would have to make way too many removals to make it doable. Also, I don't have Cycle of Life, so, you know, another kink in the plan. So, I kind of want to take gifts. I think that it's fine. This is definitely a run for energy. I think this is a run where I take gifts and I take energy. Hot Shark I don't think I need. I'm pretty sure I have everything I need. This is an energy space sort of run. It might be energy draw. It's energy draw or energy space. But we're gonna need to go to the steel shop and upgrade the totems with survivability. Tomes? The totem with survivability. And I do like giving it a little attack because a lot of times this is going to be a really long round of combat against Seraph. I'm gonna give it plus 25 for sure. I need to check. Okay, we have a hell vent coming up as well. I forgot to check for hell vents. We do not see any magic shops, which is a shame, but we already saw one. I think I do go Thornward here. Thornward seems really fine. I kind of wanted to get quick and multi-strike, but Thornward will work as well. The 3 stings are really strong for us, for sure. And I don't want any of these units. We have all the units we need. So I'm pretty confident the line is to... We're going to remove Nameless Siren at this shop for sure. On Lodestone Totem, I do not necessarily hate this, plus 5, plus 10. But I think that it's not worth it. I think we just go for health. So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to roll it for health. Incant Gain Armor 2 is an extremely fine pickup as well. Absolutely acceptable. And this is a really good shop. Take out Nameless Siren. Yeah. And I'm going to take out 1 Train Steward. I'm spending a lot of my money here. But I also don't need to see a steel shop again, and then the next ring is steel shop or trinket shop, so we're just going to go for the removals. And I'm not going to have money for a trinket anyway. Or maybe I could have if I take a trial here, but we'll see. The odds are not high that I take this trial. Yeah, the odds are 0 that I take this trial specifically. No chance I take Spikes 4 on this combat. Now, we do lose a bit of value by playing middle 4. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but we do acknowledge the fact that I lose a bit of value. Also very glad I did not take draw because Thornward specifically makes it a lot worse to take draw here, I think. Plus we have Offering Monument. I did not realize how many different ways we have to draw cards until now. I can't actually play gifts unless I play Foregone Power, huh? But the extra card draw is just gonna make it impossible. Huh? Interesting. I'm gonna play down to Lodestone Totem taking 0, and then I'm just going to not play anything else. Throw a Train Steward away top 4. Foregone Powers are pretty high on the list of things to remove. Spells that do damage are pretty strong now, because they let us help thin out these turns. Like the Ice Tornadoes becoming free with Titan's Claws is really good. But I think we want to just pick up some more Razor Sharp Edges maybe. I'm not 100% certain yet. God, he really does sound like a helicopter. I cannot believe I foolishly said I could not hear it. I hear it now. I don't know how I didn't hear that so long ago. Gifts has... yeah, these are fine. Gifts is just a way to infuse more cards into our turns, which is like all we really care about. I played 10 spells on that turn. 10 spells. Doing that if there's a floating boss there is just going to be like, we have won the combat, right? Because don't forget now we're incanting on Wendleton as well. He gets stronger when I play these spells too. I don't even have to worry about the enemies. This is a really fun run. I really, really like playing runs with Lodestone Totem. It scratches the big number itch. I like to see big numbers, and this is a run that makes big numbers happen. Who doesn't like seeing big numbers? But it's like big negative numbers, you know. It's not big numbers that are like, oh wow, he's so damaged. It's like, oh wow, that enemy has -1 billion attack on this turn. I didn't play gifts. He only has -14. I enjoy it. I am pretty sure from here we are almost entirely set. We're incanting pretty consistently well. I do not want to take in craft. I will take the money. Titan's Tooth isn't terrible. I don't want it, but it's not terrible. Urchin Spine, same thing. I don't think I want these cards though. I would love to see Stygian Tome, but for the most part we just remove, and I'll take like cards that draw cards most likely. Oh wow, Icicle Fracture plus Titan's Claws is strong. I'm gonna burn Train Stewards. I want to leave one alive to protect the Wildwood Custodian potentially, but probably just get rid of them all. Okay, yeah, we won. The pickup in that trinket pickup, if you're just once again listening, is Founding Seal. So now our incants trigger twice, and this run's over. I'm gonna take nothing here because we're gonna go. Oh, we're not seeing a shop. Sure, I guess I will take Icicle Fracture. It does not matter. The rest of this run is gravy. I have 27 minutes to finish this one up as well. Plenty of time. I knew I would not run out of time. I was pretty confident. The only way that this episode made me late for stream was if this episode was like an hour and a half. And if this episode was an hour and a half, something horrible happened. Nice, okay. I'm going to put these stings down here. I do want to buff Wendleton though. Not quite an hour and a half, I guess, but yeah, like I've burned through my Offering Monument there. I don't know if that's right or not, but it also doesn't really matter. This run had to be about an hour for me to be a meaningful amount late, because otherwise I'm just going to be, this is a double incant run, I'm going to be taking game speed up to max here as well. Because you know how it is. I could have gotten the Collector there maybe. Could have also played Foregone Powers, but if this run went so long that I was late for my stream by more than 5 minutes or so, like, oh god, what happened, is all I could say. All that I could possibly say about this run if that happened was, oh god, what? What happened? What did I do? The way that sort of thing happens is this run would have to die at Arcus, and then my next run, I mean, this run just has to die at Arcus for this to be I'm late for stream, which is not going to happen. Floating bosses are significantly weaker to us than regular fights, and regular fights are already really doomed. But like, not for me. The Steel Enhancer start here is really, really good. I want to make sure that I sell the Steel Enhancer star very highly on my... Oh my god, it's Self-Made Harpy. If you've had a run, lost a Self-Made Harpy because Multi-Strike just killed you, I want you to know, this one goes out to you. What I'm about to do to this man... I think Self-Made Harpy might be a woman, actually. I don't discriminate. What I'm about to do to this bird, this is for you, who have lost to this fool before. I am going to sap the shit out of this bird. God damn. I should have gambled on a Foregone Power there, I guess. Watch the number just fucking drop. I play 3 spells and we go to 0. God, because Wendleton's at 231. I never really put it together, and I should have. I never really thought about the Founding Seal plus Thornlord combo. It's not something that's ever naturally shown up for me before. Is it strong? I guess, well, you'll just have to stay tuned. Yeah, we even see the Unnamed Tome here. It is absurd. I'm gonna duplicate the Sap Totem, and then we're gonna take space, because we're drawing like to the cap pretty consistently. The 1 extra space to play Offering Monument is nice, and if we lose space top 4, we still get to play top 4, which is also nice. Now this is Shadow Arcus, which, you know, it is curses, and we did lose space bottom floor. Could be an issue. I think I actually want to play bottom floor here, huh? It's a toughie. I think I do not. I think that the middle floor is fine. I'm going to like sap myself twice here, but I should have played these in the opposite order, but it doesn't matter. Like, by the time it matters, it'll be too late. I should keep playing, because sometimes we'll see the Lodestone Totem here. One more. There it is. Cool. Now, Wendleton's out for 3 turns because of the way that I played this, but on the bright side, I do get 4 sap on Arcus, so... Also, my cards are free. Oh yeah, I have a second Lodestone Totem now. How could I forget? Like, actually, how could I forget that I have a second lodestone totem? No. I just took it. Nice, and we even get to take those guys out. Okay, we are super set. As you can probably guess. I don't know, from here on it's just this episode, the rest of this episode is just me telling you, wow, this run is strong. So instead, let me tell you about something else, because the rest of this combat plays itself. I just click on spells. There's not really a meaningful choice to be made here. I don't have a whole lot of interesting to tell you. Like, not a whole lot happens, as you can imagine. School's going pretty well. I have found all of the teams. Like, it's a big group project semester, which remote learning group projects are not what I was looking forward to, I will admit. But it's interesting. I also don't know anyone at my school, so learning remotely and like finding groups is really weird, because it's just like, hey, is anyone looking for a group? And then everyone goes, no. Also, you know, to be fair, I did wait until like the day after we were supposed to have groups for searching for a group, because I actually thought my professor was going to assign their groups normally, but I was very wrong. We're going to apply so much sap to Arcus on this turn that he is going to regret his existence. I'm willing to take the damage. I misplayed, and I'm willing to take damage to apply more sap to Arcus here, because I really want to drive home the point, Arcus, that you never stood a fucking chance. I told you I was going to take damage. You may have thought, oh, what about those foregone powers in your hand? Yeah, good one. Was it right to take 3 damage there? Probably not. Definitely not, but it's about sending a message to Arcus here, and it's that you will never harm me. And again, this is a situation where we are like, we're one bad turn on Patient Seraph away from death, but the first 2 waves are free because we have Thornlord, and he'll just kill them. And if we take space here, this win is guaranteed. Absolutely. There's a 75 sap on Arcus on that combat. Pretty good. Pretty good. There's Cycle of Life. A little late. And space for sure. This way we just always get to set up top 4. But yeah, not a whole lot going on with me. I hope you're hanging in there as well. If you're in the southern United States, specifically Texas, I hope you're staying safe. Scary times. It's very cold out there. Very, very cold out there. Neither of these matter. Technically, a forgotten name is a little better, but I don't care. I actually should just take the money there. Forgotten name and Tempered Talisman do very little to nothing for us. Gifts goes down in cost. We're going to also take the cost of Razor Sharp down. We could hold it over as well. I think the best thing to hold over here is Offering Token. And yeah, I'm gonna take Thornlord 2. And that's it. The only combat that can be a little annoying is Purifiers. This combat is nothing. No spikes though. We never take spikes trials because sweep Wendell. Like, we're crazy strong, but taking spikes trials is just not worth it. Sweep on your boy. He can definitely catch a problem here. I could have played top 4 on Sarah. Oh. Interesting, huh? The top 2 cards in my deck were Lodestone Totem, I see. So the play here is to somehow freeze it. I'm going to just... Yeah, no, we're not freezing it. It was worth a shot. It doesn't really matter, because doubling can't. I also did not need to play my Silence Tome there, but I did. But yeah, hope you're staying safe, hope you're staying warm out there. Also, I don't remember when I asked this. I think I asked this to Cranberry during a Final Fantasy recording recently, but I posed the question of what do they call it? Like, what is this time of year called in Australia? If you're from the Southern Hemisphere, please feel free to weigh in as well. I believe that we are currently, like, in Australia right now, it is summer. Right? Yeah. Like you would say it's summer, right? But when I phrase it like that, I imply that Cranberry does not think that. I think Cranberry also said that, but when I talked about it, I was like, you know, I don't actually know. I haven't really talked to many people from that part of the world, the Southern Hemisphere. But I'm pretty sure the question was just in the southern hemisphere, do they call summer, like, is it summer during July through, or like when is summer, like May through August, something like that, whenever the summer months are, right? Is that summertime, or do they call that winter because it's cold? Is it a seasonal thing, or is it a time of year thing, I guess, is the, if I were to boil that question down to an actual formed thought. I'm fairly confident the answer is it's currently summer. They would call this summertime, but I don't know, which is why I ask. It's cool too, because now, like, there's, I don't know, but I would imagine that there's someone listening to this right now who's from the southern hemisphere who can go, hey, I know the answer to this question, how don't you know this? What are you, an idiot? And then I'll respond with, yeah, I mean, kind of. You could say that. Person I've made up to have a hypothetical argument with. You could say it like that. I am, like, it's a little offensive to call me an idiot like that. I just don't know. It's not like, not a fatal character flaw. I'm not from the southern hemisphere. I don't know how they speak down there. Down under, if you will. And then, but in reality, you're not, like, you're not angry about it. It's a whole thing. I'm buying Kinstone Totem here. This is very much a going through the motions run. We won 3 floors ago, but we got to go through the motions of finishing out the run. This is fine. It's all fine. I'm just taking cost downs. Making cards free is good, I think. Let's make gifts for a guard free. Even the big thing about this is, even without the, because we incant a lot, but the incant applies -8 attack, so Seraph gains 1 attack and then loses 8 for every stack of sap. So the only way that incanting is ever wrong in this deck is if Seraph would run out of sap before the end of the combat, which is never going to happen. It will never be the case. Cool. I'm glad that I didn't draw anything there. I'm gonna just throw Wildwood Custodian down. He's not gonna live for long, but he's gonna chill. He even baits him down there. He's gonna chill. He's gonna let us draw into our other 2 totems. I don't know. Playing the Offering Monument might have been wrong here. I don't get a whole lot out of it anyway. I don't draw much. It's like, it's over. We're just gonna let cards freeze for when Seraph comes up here, and then we're going to blast him. He's going to start baseline 20, and he is going to the negatives. Extremely. Yeah. I don't know. Otherwise, there's not really a whole lot, though. I don't know. There's not a whole lot going on due to the state of the world. It's just another day, I suppose. I applied, I applied 60 sap on that turn. Yep. I think that's pretty good. It's hard to say, but I think that's pretty good. Now, I can't just, like, end turn forever, because I'll have my units get sniped off. I do still have to go through the motions of playing these cards, which is a little bit of a shame. I have to make sure that I actually play the game. I can't just close it from here, but, you know, it's fine. This is, I had a good feeling about today's run. Well, I think yesterday's run was, it was a good run, but it could have been better. I could have played it better, I think. It was a tough run, though. I could have definitely been stronger in my play, but it was definitely not a run that was super obvious to win, I don't think. Or maybe it was. A lot of times when there's a run that I'm like, oh, this is really hard, it's like, oh, well, you make one minor change here and this is how you win, is how I imagine anyway it goes. It's like, oh, well, if you take the left path instead of the right path, you get something crazy and just win. Which is, you know, that's how it goes. I'm looking forward to the DLC as well. I think the DLC, because right now Monster Train is a game where you can have an extremely high win rate. Absolutely. I'm excited for the last Divinity to apply a little more, a little more challenge. Even though I'm not, like, my win rate's nothing spectacular, I think it's fine. I don't actually know what it is because I don't keep track of things like that. I just kind of try to play the game and play well. I don't worry too much about win rate or the, like, nice Refroze gift. It's sick. I don't know. I follow the same sort of line in Slay the Spire, where I just kind of worry about making my runs as good as they can be. Although Slay the Spire is a little different because, you know, I stream that late at night. Or, like, I stream that earlier than this, I suppose, is what I mean to say. I'm gonna get a final sap count. This is probably gonna be a record for the most sap I've applied to a single enemy, if I were to guess. I don't know if I've ever seen it this high. Like, this has to be a sap applied record. Like, for the overall run, I have incanted an absurd amount. He is negative 362. My man is at negative 340 attack. In, like, not 200, in like 150 rounds. No, it's 171 rounds. 172 rounds, I guess. In 172 rounds of combat, Seraph will do 2 damage. And we have a unit that does 500 damage. That's a tough one. It's real close, I think. Real close. Really, I should have saved my money to farm score, I guess. Oh well. Too bad. Give me the new. This is definitely going to be a new record for sap applied. It has to be. Oh no, it's a new record of incant triggers. Wow, 2325 because we had. I mean, we had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had 10 incant triggers for every spell. Wow. Because there's 2 on each totem, which is 4, and then 1 on Thornlord, which is 5, and then you double that because incants trigger twice, and then all of a sudden you do 2325. Nice. Alright, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.